When you let your heart speak, you are giving permission to everything about you. What's that? What's everything about you? Everything about you is your fears. That's right. Your worries, your doubts, the unresolved pain, the struggle. You gotta express them. You gotta make room for them to experience the light of being witnessed, the light of expression. When you don't express them because you have a certain image that you're trying to keep, they are going to reveal themselves one way or another, and it might just backfire on you.
Open arms right now. Welcome to love. Welcome to peace. Welcome to our community. Let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good day to you, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're listening to this podcast. I welcome you to another episode of Being You, the journey back to yourself. Thank you for taking the time to tune in, to listen, and give yourself permission to be transformed. I am Ade. I am your beingness artist. I am your transformational agent. And if you haven't listened to the podcast from the beginning, the first few episodes, you probably will have no idea why I'm laughing when I say that. But yeah, I've been working on flowing with your beingness. Oh, see, there you go. Your beingness artist. What is this? Episode 14. I'm getting there. Sometimes I feel like I'm there, and then other times I'm like, But it is what it is, right? I'm on the journey back to myself, reminding myself that I am a beingness artist. That didn't sound right. A beingness artist on a journey to create and recreate myself. Yeah. This is episode 14. And we are going to talk about what happens when you let your heart speak. How are you doing today? How is life unfolding in your world? Take a moment to just feel that, to notice what you notice. Where are you in consciousness? How are you feeling? How are you viewing the world today? How are you viewing your world? This podcast is about supporting you to take a journey back to the true you, to bring you back on the path of transformation, inspiration, elevation, empowerment. The path that you are destined to walk. And not to say if you find that you're on a path that you feel like you're distracted, that you are on the wrong path. No, you can say that, but there are no mistakes in God. And I will go as far as to say, wherever you find yourself is where you need to be. And everything that you have learned, everything that you know about yourself, don't know about yourself, your consciousness, your state of mind, your belief system, your heart set and mindset has brought you to where you are today. And has brought all of us to where we are today in a world where it looks like there is a dire need for love, pure unconditional love. It appears as if our society is craving love. Love in action. All over the world. Those of us in the Western world may be distracted by what's going on in our own country, But there's a lot going on in other places. If you give yourself permission, if you just allow yourself to go on the internet and watch some documentaries. And as much as there are so many things going on that just breaks your heart and breaks it wide open for love to be expressed. And sometimes you feel like your heart is broken open and you just can't even believe there is love on this planet. You know, it sort of sometimes affirm your doubt, your fear about your faith in humanity. But yet, there are documentaries and programs and stories and blogs and just so much information out there about more good that's going on in the world. It is easy to say, well, if there's more good going on in the world, why are we seeing so much evil, so much dysfunction, so much pain, so much struggle, so much injustice, oppression? Well, my answer to that is you are seeing it, we are seeing it so that we can heal it, so that we can shine our light on it. I want to read something that I wrote. I write daily thoughts from the Hill for Hillside International Truth Center, which is located in Atlanta, Georgia, in America. And I've been writing daily thoughts now, to my surprise, a few weeks ago or a few months ago. I don't remember. Anyways, either a few weeks or few months, same thing, right? For 5 years now. And I was really genuinely surprised. Like, really? Because it doesn't seem that long. But anyway, I write daily thoughts. I write every other month. And I wrote for the month of September. Now we are in October. But at the end of the daily thoughts, the authors of daily thoughts, there's two of us, we are given a privilege, an opportunity to write something that we're feeling. And it is called a final thought. So I want to read this final thought. I want you to just take it in, breathe it in, and see what it inspires in you. A final thought for September 2019. Darkness is misunderstood. Everything that was birthed originated from the darkest aspect of the universe. The magnificence of the moon is revealed in darkness. In the darkest hour, a little spark of light makes a big difference. The world is going and growing through a dark night of the soul. It is not a time to be afraid or be disheartened. It is a time to surrender to the greater good that wants to reveal itself in and through us. Embrace the process. Trust divine order. Open your mind and heart and be the gateway for a new empathic, loving, and compassionate generation. The future is bright. All we need is one individual, and you are it. A little spark of your magnificence is all that is needed. Shine. You are the answer. Peace and blessings. So yes, we are going through and growing through a dark night of the soul. The hidden is being revealed. And we are being invited to love out loud, to live out loud, and shine our light so loud and so bright so that we can be and bring about the healing that wants to happen. And it's no good saying, well, it's just me. What can I do? Take a moment to sit with yourself and allow your true self, your higher self, reveal to you how powerful you are. Your gifts and talent and skills that you were born with, and skills that you've harnessed and fine-tuned since being on this planet, is yours because you are the perfect one to express it. And when you say yes to your heart, when you let your heart speak, you will surprise yourself. Yes, it's easy to think that we live in a world that's skeptical of connection and interaction. But the truth is, we are wired for connection. To survive, we need to turn up the volume of connection and relationship. And the ones that are spewing hate, separation, they're only afraid of their own existence. They have a fear that if they join with you, if they join with others, that they're going to lose their identity. Our true identity cannot be lost. And we get to know who we are on a deeper level when we connect with another. You want to know who you are? You want to know your true identity? Oh, get in a relationship. Whether that's a neighbor or a romantic relationship. Oh, the relationships would tell you more about your identity than you can come up with. We must break away from this idea of stranger danger that some of us learned when we were younger. Watch out for strangers. Just like religious institution did its best to create a world of separation by saying, be afraid of the devil. And the spiritual community sometimes do the same thing by, oh, your ego. Gotta die to the ego. You must kill your ego. Our need and desire to feel separated from another is causing more damage in the world than anything else. When you let your heart speak, you open yourself up to understanding and redefining your identity in God consciousness, in the consciousness of oneness. When we join with another, when we honor another, when we celebrate another, we get to see and experience more of who we are as opposed to less of who we are. Walking around judging others for their sexual orientation, their racial makeup, their ethnicity, all the isms that we celebrate, when that becomes your foundation, you are going to feel divided, and not just from others, even from yourself. And when you feel divided from yourself, you're easily controlled. You're easy to control. You're easily manipulated. And advertisers, even the government, love people who are in fear. Because feeling separated from another, not sure who to trust, makes you live in fear. Being afraid of another is rooted in fear. I believe that we live in a time where there is a deeper call for love. And it's the love that goes beyond the me, but extends to we. Uses, all the uses, us, us, all of us that are united in spirit. And, you know, when I'm speaking about the heart, I'm not just talking about the organ in your chest. Your heart is everything about you. When you let your heart speak, you are giving permission to everything about you. What's that? What's everything about you? Everything about you is your fears. That's right. Your worries, your doubts, the unresolved pain, the struggle. You gotta express them. You gotta make room for them to experience the light of being witnessed, the light of expression. When you don't express them because you have a certain image that you're trying to keep, they're going to reveal themselves one way or another, and it might just backfire on you. Your heart is your vision, your passion, your joy, your love. It is the expression of your beauty, your creativity, your understanding of God, the universe, your understanding of life. It is your courage to share when your heart breaks. It is the courage to share, to speak your truth while your heart is breaking. And even in the midst of criticism, it is scary. It will scare the mess out of you. However, if you continue to do your spiritual practice, you will cultivate a foundation where, one, you will know to be there for you when you're speaking your truth, even in the face of criticism. And even if you just can't access enough to be there for yourself, because you're doing your spiritual practice, because you're listening to your heart, life will bring you the right person, the right reminder to help you realize that, one, you're not alone, and remind you that you are good. You're fundamentally good. No matter what is happening in the world, no matter the criticism, the blame, when you speak from your heart, the speaking from the heart itself will sustain you. It will reconnect you with your true identity. The world is calling for more people to live from their heart, to live love, to translate love into action. No matter how intellectually insightful we become, if the heart is not involved, if tenderness, that's part of the heart too. If tenderness is not part of it, if compassion is not part of it, if we're not able to empathize with somebody else's experience, we become noise. Nothing but noise. Noise to those who are hurting. Noise to the alien hearts. Noise to those suffering. We become noise to our family members. We become noise to our friends. We become noise even to ourselves. Life, your heart, your soul, your spirit is calling for a sense of integration. We are all being invited to feel what we feel, connect with our bodies, and speak our truth. And speaking your truth is a lot more than just spewing hate. Speaking your truth is speaking words of healing, words of connection, words of love. The more of us that speaks from their heart, the more solutions we bring to life. When we speak from the heart, we become a demonstration and an example for others what love in action looks like. We don't waste time reading something to post on social media that is powerful and transformative when it is applied And even while we read it, and then leave a comment saying, it's a shame the whole world doesn't know about this. Or if the world only knew this truth. If more people were loving. Yes, got it. But why don't you be the example of the powerful quote? The powerful demonstration that you're seeing. Truth is, the world doesn't need to know more love. I know that just sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but the truth is, you, me, we need to know more love than ever before, and know it by our actions, that we show up as a representative of love. That's what happens when we let our heart speak. When you let your heart speak, it will heal relationships. It heals, period. It builds relationships. It creates space for listening. It creates a space in your own heart, in your own mind, to listen to people that you once disagreed with. It creates space for you to be more understanding. When you speak from the heart, when you live your heart, when you speak your heart, it transforms over analyzing and pontificating and intellectualism into clarity. We all have the ability to do this, not just the Dalai Lamas of the world or Mother Teresa's or Martin Luther King Jr. or all the other leaders who are alive today. Well, Dalai Lama is still alive. You have mentors, you have spiritual teachers, religious leaders who inspire you. And you go to them to be inspired, to be empowered. The fact that you can recognize what they're saying and understand it, it's a direct indication that you have it in you. I am reminded of Marianne Williamson's quote, poem from A Return to Love. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I mean, just think about that. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I feel led to read the whole thing, so I'll have to pull it up. So here we go. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. That's from Marianne Williamson's book, A Return to Love. Nope, Mandela didn't come up with it. Google it. We are so powerful beyond measure. And our true power is in our connection. And the more we develop our connection, extend our connection, expand our connection, to recognize the connection between all beings, and we do everything we know to do to affirm and honor the connections, just imagine And even if you don't believe it, if you're saying, well, I don't know, I think we've gone too far, I don't think we could change humanity right now. Well, you don't have the right to say that because you haven't practiced love. You're still doubting and worrying. Prove it to yourself. Prove it for yourself. Would you be happy to leave this planet the way it is for your children, for your nieces and nephews, for your cousins, for people, your God's children? Will you be happy to leave this planet the way it is? And if the answer is no, then what can you do today to change that? Let your heart speak. Let your heart speak so loud that you would have to reintroduce yourself to yourself. And as you do, as you reintroduce yourself to yourself, you might find yourself thinking, whoa, I have been playing small. I didn't understand how powerful I was or how powerful I am. However, I know now. Then you will spend less time pointing out the wrongs of others. You will spend more time recognizing the rights, if you will. You will spend more time seeing what people are doing right. You will spend more time standing in a space of oneness. And every action you take becomes a demonstration of your love, of your purpose, of your reason for being. Let your heart speak. Listen to your heart. It is the GPS to guide you back to yourself. Spend some time listening to your heart. Spend time being in stillness. Spend time resting. Spend time taking a nap so you can hear your heart speak to you in a way that is unique to you. Turn down the volume of the external world and let your heart whisper exactly what you need to know, what you need to do, who you need to be in this very moment. You are the answer. We are the answer to what humanity is going through. And this is our mission. This is the mandate. We're here to love and evolve. We're here to expand our consciousness. We're here to release our inner splendor and speak the truth and be agents of love, agents of understanding, of compassion, agents of empathy, and move beyond intellectualism and integrate with our heart. It's the perfect marriage. The marriage between the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And when they come together, we birth a new reality. And we are the ones to do it. We are born for such a time as this. Let us join together and let us shine. Shine, shine, shine. And say yes to life. Thank you for listening to another episode of Being You, the journey back to yourself. Don't forget to subscribe and even share the podcast. And, leave your feedback, rate the podcast. You can send me an email via my website, lifecoachade.com. And while you're there, feel free to sign the mailing list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let your heart speak louder than ever before. And enjoy our theme song by John Stringer, You Are Welcome Here. That's what your heart is telling you. That's what your heart wants to tell you, that you are welcome here. To find out more about John Stringer, go to johnstringerinc.com. I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, and I thank God for you. Peace and blessings.
Community. Let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. I see with new eyes, allow and unfold, embrace and let go, trust the flow. There's a freedom in love when you follow your heart. Together we are stronger than we could ever be apart.